Coming up, Tzu Chi volunteers in Tainan help clean up homes and distribute winter supplies for families in need. And students from Tzu Chi University in Taiwan travel to Thailand to learn from local volunteers' charity work. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In Taiwan, as the weather gets colder, the head of Fuguo Borough in Tainan informed Tzu Chi about two families in need of assistance. Around 60 Tzu Chi volunteers then mobilized to help the families clean up their homes.
The ceiling and the wooden walls are worn out, but this is still a home to Mr. Wang and his son. Due to the lower back injury, Mr. Wang cannot clean up their home. After the borough had informed their condition to Tzu Chi, over 20 volunteers showed up to clean up their home.
I always ask Tzu Chi to help, be helping the needy clean up their houses or caring for them. Tzu Chi also gives me much inspiration and the strength to move forwards.
A tight hug is a promise of love. Grandma Su lives alone and is not very mobile. After the borough had informed Tzu Chi about her, over 20 volunteers came and cleaned up her home. The rain became heavier at night. The volunteers, following the lead provided by the police, are using the cell phone to find people who need help.
We found one who lives alone. The police referred another one to us. And there is also a mother and her son in need of help.
The food is for you. Do keep yourself warm.
The volunteers finally found this elderly man after 2 tries. Seeing him in simple clothes, they gave him a coat to wear and are happy to give timely aid to the needy.
Also in Taiwan, Tzu Chi Care recipient Mr. Chen lives with his mother at their ancestral house in Xizhou, Zhanghua. The roof of the house once collapsed and he couldn't fix it because his left leg was amputated due to a car accident. So he built a wooden shack as their temporary home. Learning of their situation, Tzu Chi volunteers repaired their ancestral house.
A Tzu Chi volunteer plays the saxophone while everyone else sings happily. Mr. Chen and his mother are happy to move back to their house after Tzu Chi volunteers helped repair it.
We want to thank Tzu Chi volunteers for helping us so much. When a typhoon comes, we no longer have to take shelter somewhere else.
They are very mindful to help repair our home. It's cozy and warm to live in now.
57-year-old Mr. Chen had his left leg amputated 17 years ago due to a car accident. He lives at his ancestral house with his 85-year-old mother. However, the roof had collapsed, so they had to make do with a wooden shack. Knowing that, Tzu Chi volunteers went to help repair their home.
The roof has collapsed and is leaking. They support it with wooden pillars, seeing that our hearts go out to them.
After being renovated, the inside of the house is all new again. What is special about the repair is that the volunteers reinforce this bamboo and mud wall so that it can be kept as a memory for the Chen descendants.
I want to thank Tzu Chi volunteers for repairing Mr. Chen's house so mindfully and making it so beautiful.
A big heart is better than having a big house. If we can keep our hearts broad, we will always be at ease.
The Chen family welcomed their new lives with the company of Tzu Chi volunteers.
For the winter vacation of 2016, Tzu Chi has been holding youth volunteer camp for young people to help the elderly with housework. In Taipei's Banqiao region, some of these volunteers help a grandmother that is raising her troubled grandson all by herself, as well as a senior who has no family to help him around the house.
They make their way up the darkened staircase. Mr. Jiang is an elderly senior living alone. His room is strewn with clothes and his kitchen completely cluttered.
It will be the Lunar New Year soon, so we've come to help clean his place.
The kitchen is sticky with grease. The bathrooms haven't been scrubbed in ages. From the floors to the walls, the young volunteers are cleaning it all.
I feel really great. I mean, this place is pretty messy, but I'm not put off by this kind of mess. I'm happy that I can come here and help like this.
You all came to help even in this rain. I'm really so thankful.
When you have the chance to get out in the sun and see how things really look, then you'll discover that there are lots of people who are neglected in this world, who live lonely lives. So I think this opportunity lets us realize how fortunate we are just to be able to help.
At the residence of 81-year-old Miss Lin, who cares for her troubled grandson alone, this group of young people aren't only helping around the house. They are also delivering some warmth and love to Miss Lin's heart.
Today has been really great. I'm so happy. Thank you all so much.
Every pair of hands and every young heart has the power to spread compassion and soothe the hearts of others.
Also, as part of Tzu Chi's youth volunteer camp, students have been offering seniors in Wanhua a little help around the house. Let's take a look at some of their home visits.
This volunteer is moving a lounger through a narrow space in a senior's home. The 80-year-old Grandma Lin has experience herself in helping others as the manager of her own pharmacy. Today, she happily relates her gratitude for Tzu Chi helping her.
First, my mind started to go, then it was my body. Now that I've got an artificial knee and can't bend it very well, I can't squat down. Tzu Chi is really gracious and full of love. I'm so thankful for everyone.
During winter break, Tzu Chi holds youth volunteer camps. Among the camp experiences, young people may help the elderly clean up around the house. Huang Junren offers his reflections on the experience and shares his gratitude.
Every day I complain about my own parents and how they can't do this right or that right. But when I really think about it, I don't do much at home. I complain about having to wipe off a table. But today, after cleaning up here, I realize it's hard work to keep a kitchen clean. I'm really thankful and realize I'm quite blessed.
For many pampered children, they may never lift a finger around the house. But for today, they are getting a learning experience through volunteering. Wang Boxiang learns what it takes to make a bathroom spotless. At another home of an isolated senior, Zheng Yanzhen helps to clean the bathroom and also successfully overcomes some of her own aversions.
When we started, I thought it was so dirty, but I tried hard to overcome my revulsion to turn the bathroom spotless afterward.
Tzu Chi volunteers strive to help others with a spirit of gratitude and respect. These young people today have spent the day spreading compassion and carefully helping these seniors arrange their homes. 96-year-old Shen Yushan happily shows off his vegetable garden to the guests. In old age with weakened bodies, the elderly can only depend on the help of others. Offering assistance with compassion, cluttered and dirty spaces look like new again. Tzu Chi volunteers in Wanhua hope these seniors can spend the Lunar New Year with happy hearts and many blessings.
Continuing with Tzu Chi's year-end blessing ceremonies, we next take a look at one held in Ottawa, the capital of Canada, where a representative of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Ottawa was present at the celebration to share a few kind words.
We are all safe from harm. We should count our blessings and be helpful members of society to help the less fortunate.
In the affluent country of Canada, Tzu Chi volunteers hold a year-end blessing ceremony filled with much gratitude in Ottawa.
Together with the spirit of Tzu Chi Foundation to follow, enhance the positive side of human beings.
The children also put on a sign language performance to enhance the festive mood. Towards the end, participants line up one after another to receive their red envelope of blessings and wisdom, and hope in turn to sow more good blessings in the future.
In Hong Kong, Tzu Chi volunteers in Kowloon have invited solitary seniors in their community to join a year-end reunion feast. At the gathering, some seniors were very impressed with the meal and remarked that they felt the love of the volunteers. In addition, some seniors also promised to save money in coin banks so they can carry out good deeds and help other people in need.
In Kowloon, kitchen volunteers are busy preparing for the year-end reunion feast, while other Tzu Chi volunteers welcome seniors who have come to celebrate the Lunar New Year. Tzu Chi volunteers in Hong Kong have joined hands with YWCA to hold a year-end reunion feast for seniors in the community again this year.
Your ideas are very special. I will save money in coin banks to do good deeds, as you have proposed.
The seniors are old and they have their own family problems. The visits of the volunteers and their companionship bring warmth to the seniors.
The delicious vegetarian dishes served at the feast and the services provided by the volunteers have delighted many seniors, including Choi On-chu, who said that this is the best meal she has had.
I often go to vegetarian restaurants, but I have never eaten such delicious vegetarian food. I told Ms. Zhang the dishes are made with love. I am very grateful to you for being so mindful.
At the gathering, volunteers also give out winter supplies to the seniors in hopes that they will have a happy and heartwarming New Year.
20 students majoring in social work at Tzu Chi University in Taiwan recently went to Thailand to participate in charity work carried out by local Tzu Chi volunteers. Visiting solitary seniors and serving patients at a local hospital gave them an exceptional opportunity to explore their own potential and consider the core values of humanitarianism.
Following Tzu Chi volunteers in Thailand, students majored in social work at Tzu Chi University have arrived at the home of 75-year-old Grandpa Lang. While a group of volunteers trim Grandpa Lam's fingernails, others clean up his house. Due to the language barrier, the students can only feel the grandpa's emotions with their heart.
I could see that the grandpa is very grateful to us and wants to wish us well. We are also grateful that he let us serve him.
We have
After the visit is over, the students then head to a hospital to serve the patients.
The volunteers share our workload. The patients will feel happy to enjoy some tea and snacks while waiting to see the doctors.
In the future, the students might become social workers who contribute to the betterment of society. Therefore, these experiences will always be precious life lessons for them.
In China, as the temperatures in Xiamen drop, residents become less willing to go out to donate blood. Xiamen Blood Bank therefore faces the problem of low blood supplies. Thankfully, 190 local Tzu Chi volunteers have stepped in and helped promote blood donations.
In Xiamen, as people try to keep warm in the low temperature, one Tzu Chi volunteer stays on the street.
I do not feel cold, as I have come to give of myself.
The volunteers are braving the cold because Xiamen Blood Bank has worked with Tzu Chi again to encourage people to donate blood.
那我们隔壁就是血站嘛，为什么到这儿来呀？因为这是慈济组织的活动。这个所谓的难是吧？啊，就是很简单，理由很简单。这边给人家一种。
We feel very warm here. The services are very mindful.
The volunteers provide hot meals at the event. Among the blood donors is Tzu Chi volunteer Deng Fulan, who has come all the way from Quanzhou with her friends.
I don't know how it is conducted as I have never donated blood, so I was a bit nervous. However, Tzu Chi volunteers provided mindful services and make us feel warm, so I do not feel any pressure coming here.
Despite the low temperature, the volunteers' kind gestures have encouraged many residents to donate blood to help save lives.
In earlier days, getting treatment for an illness at a hospital was deemed a privilege for those who were well off. However, in this day and age, with the increased availability of medical services, Taiwanese residents can easily seek medical treatment. Moreover, Tima's free clinics for needy residents in remote regions have had to transform as well. In today's Tzu Chi's 50th anniversary series, we take a look at how Tima's free clinics have adapted to changing times.
These cries of help are often heard from seniors in remote areas, but it's really no longer due to lack of access to medical services. This is an era where national health insurance and medical service networks are widely available in Taiwan.
这几年下来
In these past couple of years, medical service networks have matured, and the national health insurance has become better.
Taiwan is such a fortunate country. I think in this day and age of our medical care, there are very few areas across the island that lack access to medical services.
Even residents of remote areas have national health insurance. It's just they don't have easy access to see doctors. However, they often receive more medicine at a time when they do see a doctor. There seems to be very few places where free clinics are absolutely necessary.
Tima was established in 1998, and 10 years later it was facing restructuring.
大医院、教学医院
Large hospitals, teaching hospitals, and others began to adopt remote villages to safeguard the residents. If Tima clinics gave them more medicine, then the medication for the patients is redundant.
邱医师 OK 吗？没有下雨耶。
As free clinic patients in remote villages decline, medical volunteers look for new ways to safeguard residents' health.
可能就卧病在床，或者说是
We began to visit patients who can't leave the house through local volunteers' referrals. We then establish a patient file for each resident.
它的药力。
Though there's no room for us to hold free clinics, we continue to adapt to the changes of time, as our main goal is to spread compassion and humanistic care.
醫生嚟啊！過嚟啦，過嚟，快啲！有人嚟？有啊有啊。你有人嚟？有啦。
This is the evolution of Tima, caring and friendly doctors.
嗱，我就係今日有喵俾十。來，關心健康，來。
我不再受限于那一种问诊的时间，我可以很悠哉地问病人。
I'm no longer bound by clinic hours. I can see the patients at ease and further understand their condition. I can get to know what they eat daily and what their home environment is like. And this is a totally different type of patient-doctor relationship for us.
Getting to know the patients on a more personal level, medical volunteers' senses are sharp.
30 pills a day. How can you take 30 a day? You're full on pills alone.
这是益生菌，这益生菌啦。这我交流会啊，有快200瓦。
We are here to teach them.
你今晚有吃吗？
有啊。检查他的用药有没有正常，像诸如。
We check if they are taking their medication correctly. This is how Tima continues to evolve.
Though Tima's free clinic services continue to change, what hasn't changed is the way doctors care for the patients.
愛輕鬆保重，愛笑。
doctors have taken care of the Lee family one generation after another. Now that my husband's grandmother has passed away, you're still here taking care of my mother-in-law.
哦，你现在有酒味，昨天又喝了。
刚刚还有喝啊。
哎呦，
I had a drink right now. I don't stay away from anything. You have to prescribe the right medication. Don't give me the wrong ones. I drink, I chew betel nut, I consume it all.
走路我很看不好，现在走这。
One can't help but shake one's head at the good nature of some of these residents. For the past 18 years, stories like that and more have fueled Tzu Chi's medical volunteers.
To improve connectivity between all of our friends watching and supporting DaAi TV, the webpage DaAiMobile.com has recently been launched. Now you can keep up with all the most recent news stories online with the ease of a website rolled out specifically for the mobile unit. You can watch the news pieces on your smartphone or tablet to receive updates and join our web community to get the latest stories.
You can catch great news stories on DaAi TV as they are broadcast. But now, even if you miss something, there's no need to worry. With just the touch of a finger, you can rewatch the latest stories as soon as they have been broadcast.
Just by using your phone and enter the iMobile webpage, you can see the news instantly. Just by shaking your phone like this, the newest story will appear.
After the viewer shakes their phone, they'll receive 2 of the latest news. Due to the rate of updates, the story that's being broadcast at the moment won't be available until after it is aired. Then they'll be able to watch it.
After going to DaAiMobile.com, tap the top right corner for the entire menu and select Live News and shake the phone. Viewers will be able to view the news currently on air. Besides watching the news piece, viewers can also share the piece through various social media and messaging applications.
On this news page, you can see the My News at the bottom. With this function, you can mark the stories that you have picked to watch. Once you select a story, it will be saved in My News for 24 hours.
Here at DaAi TV, staff members are working hard across departments to provide viewers with a top-class news network. Now, with a simple web page for your smart devices, you can keep up to date and share quality news with your friends easier than ever before.
With the Lunar New Year around the corner, famous Chinese painter Chen Zhongyong has spent a month writing 200 Spring Festival couplets to be auctioned. With the support of the public, Chen raised 60,000 NT dollars, which is then donated to Zhaoyang University of Technology for students with emergency needs. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.